Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. It's me, your boy Trey. We live, first formation live in effect in your living room, on your TV screen, on your phone screen. Excuse me, however you're watching. We Good morning, good morning. So come and fall in with us this morning. Come on in, get to your positions, ranks, columns, squads. Let's go. Just a couple of things to talk about, a couple of recaps from yesterday, possibly. As we all know, free agency is looming. Less than 20, just a little more than 24 hours away from the NBA draft, in which we get to see whose future gets changed a bit in many aspects, a whole bunch of different levels. It's definitely some changes going to be done, of course. Got a couple of hypotheticals on the agenda, on the docket. Let's go. Enough little NFL talks. We left yesterday with a little NFL talk. It was a particular question posed yesterday that we're going to go ahead and engage in today. For all them Saints fans out there, we'll see is where presumably do we see Michael Thomas being ranked in the NFL. As we know, there was a conversation with Chase Claypool stated that he was a number three receiver. So we did a little deep dive yesterday to see what that talk be like, uh, and we realized that he might have been he wasn't top three. He's definitely not top three. But if you do a breakdown alone, if it's conference, he's at least top five, top seven. So maybe as we deep dive with Michael Thomas, we get a chance to see um, per with that where Clay Chase Claypool is. So everything is everything here. We get a little time for you to fall in, and we'll get started with the formation. What I did not get to say yesterday got so off a little off topic. Uh, as we discussed, as we know, the NHL Stanley Cup Finals is going. Uh, Initially, the Colorado Avalanche took a 2-0 lead and were up as they won the first game in overtime. Just basically ran roughshod over them the second time in game two. But in game three, Colorado had a little Tampa had a little something for Colorado as they were able to win 6-2 and give the Colorado Avalanche their first L for the season, for correction for the series. So of course, but Colorado still does lead the series with a 2-1 lead tonight. I believe tonight is game four. Yes, tonight game four in which the the Tampa Bay Lightning will have an opportunity to tie it or go down 3-1. So we get to see soon. What's good, Stanley? Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. How you doing? What's good, Bishop? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, WGO? It's hump day. How y'all living, man? What's good with everybody? What's good, Trey? How you living?
I'm
What's
good. I'm good. I had to hurry up and run outside, take the trash out before I got on. I almost forgot. You know, what I'm saying our Wednesdays is trash
trash?
day.
It's Tuesday. I mean Monday and Thursday for us.
You know what? I go back and some things never change. And you gotta think like for years, 20 years. Like I did 20 years in the military. Before that, I did about 18 years as an adolescent, and yet we still haven't found out a different way to get trash out. Like I'm still here. I am 40 years later. I'm still rolling trash cans out to the yard. Like in all the evolution we have in life,
Take
we,
off. You got.
we
You're
still
right.
got. I still got to roll trash can out to the curb
You're right.
to be picked up.
You're right. You are absolutely right. That is a good. That is a, a good comment. That is
But all this time,
all this time.
all my life.
all my life. I
I
got
got to roll trash cans through the curves.
yeah.
Uh, what? How was your day yesterday? What you get into yesterday? I mean,
Nothing, man. I didn't do a whole lot of anything, man. What I do? I didn't do nothing. I chilled there at the house. I ain't go nowhere. I ain't do nothing.
the life of a retiree.
I got I got a
DD
lot to do.
214 alumnus.
Yeah, you I had on the shirt yesterday. Nah, yeah, I didn't do a lot. I got a lot to do today because, like I said, I got a wedding to attend this weekend. So
Hmm.
I got a lot to do today. I got to go get my hair retwisted and stuff like that, and haircut on this weekend, stuff like that. But so I got a lot of stuff to do in the next couple of days. But yeah, yesterday I ain't do nothing, man. None at all.
See, that's a good sign. You know what I'm saying? You come back from a, a bachelor party in New Orleans. I mean, not New Orleans, in the bachelor party in Las
But
Vegas, and the wedding's still on. That's a good sign. That's a, that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
uh,
Woo.
you're right about that one,
And
though.
so, especially because y'all was at a lot of pool parties. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, we were.
So,
Hey, you know how I go, man. What goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. Good morning, fellas. I'm in quarters today. I decided to take my ass out and play basketball with my players. They out here keep trying. Hey, bro. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know what? It's probably all that anguish. When you remember, coach, when you were in starter player, you kept someone on the bench. It's
Mm.
like, it's
No,
like,
Ryan said he play his people.
yeah, well, he said it depends. And he does say if so, he needs to sit somebody. Because remember when Galmore was on, Galmore was like, "Nah, coach ain't play me." And then he finally, and then Galmore showed he can play a bit, and then that's how he started getting minutes. But before that, you know what I'm saying. So it's probably those other players that's like, I got the same, I got what it takes, I got the juice.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh, coach, and so it's like, now let me show coach up.
Yeah, let me show him what he should have did. Let me show him why he should have put me in the game.
Nickname me Booby.
If you want to win,
What's good, Ron?
Ron,
WGO. I was like, when the heck is Trey gonna let me in here?
yeah,
You know what? I looked at it. I was like, what? I looked at you like Trey, how Trey Lance is going to be looking off of linebackers and stuff, and then I'll just continue on with the play.
Looking off linebackers. Oh, throwing it to the safety, right?
that part, bro. What it say? What they say? Coach was like hustle the movie going too hard, trying to show you that hey,
like they,
man,
like they auditioned it for the NBA combine position.
mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Ron, what's good? What you get into yesterday, fam?
yeah. What's up, Ron?
Oh, not much. It's the dead season of sports, y'all. It's
It
it's rough
is.
out. It's rough out here.
Yeah, it's
It's
hard
hard out
for
here for analysts.
yeah. You're right. It is, man. I said that the other day. Once the finals was over, that's why I was like, dang, could we just get one more game, man? Give us an extra day.
Exactly. It, it,
Hey,
it it's been hard without the NBA.
you
Definitely
getting we getting
hard.
we get into we definitely get into murky water, the MLB. It's starting to get
Yeah.
the murky water. It's like, you know what, gotta start finding content creation and stuff like that. I be scouring. But you know what I'm saying, they keep it nice and juicy. There's some juiciness going, as Ron would say, some real sexiness going on out there in these streets when you come to the NBA and the NFL. Basically, first and foremost, we want to say it's been a couple of passings to get that out the way. Not to say
Yeah,
of course, you have former Portland first rounder Caleb Swanigan passed away at the age of 26. He was selected 26 overall in 2017, and then this morning we hear the passing of Baltimore linebacker Jalen Ferguson, who also passes away at the age of 26. Both have yet to have the cause of death revealed. As we condolences and prayers to the families of those two young men uh, going forth, lives cut short most definitely. I know in the case of Swanigan, it was he was he was looked at. It was someone had posted a picture and said basically he had went from this to this in a matter of a year, and of course Dame Lillard came to the defense and said that obviously that man had a lot of stuff going on. Uh, it's hard for a person of a certain size, naturally born a certain size, to maintain weight and stuff sometimes, and you never know what an individual is going through. So if if you're trying to be supportive or you have concerns, state that, let that be known and understood, as opposed to seeming like you're trying to drag the individual. Uh, but yeah, it's definitely one of those things, a couple of things when you look up, and it's just always heartbreaking to look up and see an individual passing, where it be a friend, a comrade, someone you used to serve with, someone you watched on television a lot of years, short years, all that, anytime that, saying, when a person's called home. But of course, like we said, condolences and prayers to their families.
Yep.
Greatly said.
Yep. Without a
Coach
question.
Mike Brown. Gentlemen, I want to bring this up, especially we have a coach in the comments this morning, information this morning. Coach Mike Brown has stated and said he believes immensely in the talent that he has in Sacramento, and that the talent is off the charts.
Oh
Now,
man.
Mm.
We need the meme. Why you always lying? Why you
so
freaking lying?
I bring that up for that exact reason in which Rod is saying. Like, as a coach, do you have to say them things? I think me as a coach, I'm not doing that. If we ain't got it, we ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Hey,
You
GM,
would
I
not.
need to get it.
You will not be a coach. You will not be a coach long. You got to keep it 100. If you
That's
can't
100.
that no, I'm saying, well, not necessarily keep it 100. Maybe I used the wrong choice of words. What I'm saying is, what you got to do is you got to ensure that you keep your guys motivated. You can't downplay your players and expect them to play for you. That's not gonna work. They just talked about it a minute ago about how Mike Tomlin used that same tactic and kind of downplaying his players so that they can play up when the season comes up. Because if you sit there and try and make them feel like they ain't shit, like they not them, that they don't have talent, why would they want to play for you? Why would they want to play for you as a coach? Because obviously that means you have no faith in anything in which I do, whether I get better or not. It doesn't matter to you because you gonna exercise your right to or freedom of speech and say what it is how you feel about it. And if that's the
Right.
case, as a player, I don't want to play for you because you have no faith or no promise in me to get better.
So the ideal would be to, of course, uplift you, but part of that uplifting is being truthful to you and letting you know,
To
from my
me,
standpoint
not
as a
the
coach.
media though. Not you can be truthful to me, but I don't need you to put
Oh
that
no,
out.
no. So I wouldn't have drug anyone by name. Like, I'm not going to drag you by name, but I
But if
would
you
let
even
it be
say
known.
about team though, because even if you use it broad and say team, even if you don't use a name, that's too broad. That means they don't know if you're talking about them or not.
They would know. But
Yeah,
so what I would say.
yeah.
What I would say is, what I'm saying is basically, like, I probably, my during the conference, I probably would be like, saying, we have some pretty good pieces here, and mention those good pieces briefly, but then I would have been like, but we do have some things that we need to fix, but that's what I'm here for. That we're going to get this done to bring everyone up, and yada yada yada, whatever that looks like. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just going to come with all the gibberish and be like, hey, yeah, saying that the talent here is off the charts. In which I could say that, because I could mean off the charts is just presume that I mean a great thing. I could mean it in a way like, this is off the charts. Like, I have never seen no stuff like this ever in my life before. like, calling Ron and Bishop's like, look at this, look at this, look at this,
Somebody
look
look
at
at
this.
this.
Look at
Somebody
this
look,
mess.
somebody look at this.
So as a coach, you can motivate your players with realistic expectations. Example, we have talent, and our goal is to make the play in the season, in the play. True that, coach. And saying, that's just me, what I look at it as, and that could be like why a lot of my soldiers didn't like me as an NCO, because I just be like, okay, this is what we're doing, this is what we're not doing, this is what you're doing, this is what you aren't doing, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Got it, duly noted. Uh, but yes, of course, and then additionally, in other news, Mike D'Antoni is engaging with owner Michael Jordan, as he looks to possibly be the next coach for the Charlotte Hornets. As we know, Coach Kenny Atkinson relented to he did have a deal in place in which, after winning the championship, Coach Atkinson's decided to not take the head coaching position and stay in and stay in Golden State as an assistant coach. And now Coach D'Antoni is being re-engaged in reference to it as he was probably the second choice. So I ask y'all gentlemen this: how do you feel if you were interviewing, you don't get the job, and then they come, and then the man who got the job declines the job after accepting it, and then they come back to you? Are you taking it? Is pettiness kicking in? Are you taking the job, or
What?
are you
What?
taking the job, or are you going to re-interview? Are you interested in taking the job, or are you just going to keep it pushing? Like, no, I'm good.
Why? Like, why wouldn't you take the job?
I'm asking you. Would you take the job? Would you take? I assume that you would take the job.
I mean, why wouldn't I though? What would get? What is for not taking it? If I'm, especially if I don't have one. What is my like? What am I? What what are my options?
I mean, everyone has options. We all have options.
But I'm saying, yeah, we all have options. But I mean, is his option to be unemployed or to be have a job? I'm
Are we
saying,
still talking about Coach Brown?
No, we talking about Coach D'Antoni.
Oh, okay.
yeah, everybody have a. I mean, we all know we all have options. But like, is my options?
Like, let me talk to the professor, because I know the professor has a little pettiness in his blood. So, professor, I asked this question.
Yes, sir.
I pose the same question to you. As we know, Coach Atkinson was selected as to be the next head coach of the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay.
After winning the championship, he relented and said, basically went back and said he doesn't want the job. He wants to stay in Golden State as an assistant coach as opposed to a head coach. They re-engaged Mike D'Antoni in conversation. If you're D'Antoni, are you taking the position? Or do you agree with Bishop? I ain't got no options to be unemployed at this time or take this job if they offer it to me.
Yeah, I don't know too many men that turn down, $3 to $10 million a year jobs. But basketball world, I think if I'm Coach, not D, Coach O, Anthony, I take the opportunity to work with LaMelo. Of course, he's the type of player that he likes and he thrives with. Somebody that can pretty much do everything. And I think he might even be able to unlock LaMelo's, offensive abilities. This is the coach that brought the best out of Steve Nash and took James Harden to MVP. So if we're looking at his credentials, I love the fit with LaMelo. Now, are they going to be good? I don't know. Are they going to play defense? I definitely know that's not going to happen, but it could work. It could work. Bishop, you don't like it?
No, I know, I know, I like it. I mean, I get you.
Again, all my life.
That makes sense.
Again, all my life. I had to think about that long and hard. I'm really it'd be the principle in my mindset. I sit up and go through I go through have that crucial conversation with myself and be like, if yay or nay. And it's
Right.
like Coach Ryan said, that's tough because you're saying you wasn't the first choice. So it's like, I'm at the end of the day, you're still not the first choice at the end of the day, and this is what's known at this point. That's no different from
But that's any
He
job.
shouldn't
But
feel
that's
any
any
type
job.
of way about not being the first choice.
Right. But that's any job, isn't it? Sometimes when you go, you're not
true,
always
but you don't always know.
If
but,
you're
but because
hiring,
it makes it because makes it worse.
It makes it worse. Yeah,
Why?
G.I. Joe knowing half the battle.
Why? It's a job. Who cares? It's a job. It's a job. Everybody has a job to do. And
Correct.
one thing
But it changes the aspect. It changes the aspect. So how would you feel like if you found out that you wasn't the first choice for your wife to marry?
I
What?
wasn't. What? That ain't even a good. That
But
ain't even.
I'm saying, I'm just saying, like you don't. It's like if you come, if you come across,
Prepare
if you
feelings
come
for a
across,
job.
if
You
you come
cannot
across,
no. This
if
dude,
you was to come across, if
uh,
you
get
if
your
you
boy, man.
if
This dude
you was to come
prepare
across, if
feelings.
you was to come across some if you was to come across some stuff at the end of the day, you know, what I'm saying that basically said it's like it was a diary or something, and she was
That
talking
part,
to the
Jackie.
homegirls and stuff.
Thank you, Jackie. That part, Jackie. See, Jackie, see,
I'm
Ron,
just,
look.
I'm
This
just saying in general. I'm
girl
just
is
saying,
right now.
I'm
So
just saying in general.
really, Trey, that
I'm just saying.
exact.
I'm just
That's
saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying in general. If you came across it,
to
not you per se, but I'm saying if an individual comes across, you know, what I'm saying that they're significant enough talking, and they're
potential.
thinking all this time that okay, I was, you know, what I'm saying yes, I was the one, and then you come across some information, and you come to find out, no, you wasn't the one. That wasn't the case. So it puts a different perspective in your mind frame of who you are and what's going on. I'm not saying it's going to change you for the most part changes because you know what I'm saying it's nothing like being in the present, but that's something to think about. Just my opinion.
Trey, you took that take all the way.
Thank you, man. That man, that
So like
there.
I said, all my life, but I'm very there's some people out there thinking like, yo, you know what, he's right. But in any case, pros and cons.
Ain't nobody thinking that but you. Ain't nobody thinking that but you.
I'm telling you, some people's probably thinking, you know what, it's gonna be a couple of days from now. Someone's gonna be like, you know what, Trey said
They
this
gonna
on
come
first
in the inbox.
probation.
Hey Trey, I believed you, bro. I'm with you, bro.
It's like, yeah, we filed for divorce. Like, no, that's not what I was saying. That's not what I meant. But you know, say of course, you know, say, but it's that situation. So I just think it makes a difference. Of course, after the fact, when you realize, like, yo, it could make a difference. There's one thing knowing and not knowing. Of course, we're not always privy to hiring stuff, which we know. Okay, if you was or wasn't, sometimes you could be maybe the third or fourth option because it wasn't revealed. We just know that you got hired. Unless it comes out that the person the other three people in front of you that got approached with the job declined it and they let it be known. But Dan and Tony, like you said, possibly coming to head coach in Charlotte. Ron said he thinks it works. I can see your point when you break that the way you broke it down to where he's taking a couple of players to different heights. Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash, James Harden. Uh, didn't he coach in New York?
Yeah, he had what's that Asian dude's name that took over the world for a couple
Jeremy
years?
Lin. Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, I guess we can include him, and that's where the list ends.
Yes, indeed. Before we get into a little free agent conversation, there's plenty of that to be done. What do you think, Ron, Sharif O'Neal and his pops, Shaquille
Man,
O'Neal,
Sharif.
having a difference in opinions on his path to the NBA?
Oh, did not know that's where we going. What, Shaq told him to stay in college?
Well, you know, it didn't make any sense for him to stay in college because but Shaq basically told him he shouldn't be going and working out for any teams. Because
Because
Shaq didn't do that, but it's difference is a whole lot of difference between
oh,
Shaq. Yeah, there's a difference between Shaq's path to the NBA and what his son's path to the NBA
okay,
is.
that's what they disagreeing about. Okay,
Yeah,
What do you
Shaq,
mean?
be quiet. But all I know is Sharif better can ball, man. Because we keep hearing about this kid like he's a top prospect.
But
Getting tried out by the
LeBron,
Lakers. He might become a Knick. He
shouldn't
better
Bronny
show
be able
up.
to drink? But shouldn't Bronny be able to ball too? Shouldn't
Bronny?
shouldn't Wade's son be able to ball too?
No, that's different when we're talking
Why?
about
Why?
LeBron's son.
Why?
LeBron's son is like
he's playing.
he got the Jordan effect. Like Jordan's son was not a basketball player, but we all followed that man thinking he was going to be the next Jordan just because, you know, he's the chosen one. That's why we talk about Bronny and LeBron being the chosen one. Now, D Wade's son, no, not at all.
Carmelo's son is starting to come up.
So the question which we was talking about Bishop was because there's been a little separation between Sharif O'Neal and Shaquille O'Neal because Shaquille O'Neal basically stated that he disagrees with the path in which Sharif is taken to the league.
What path is he taking?
Going to try out for teams and stuff like that,
I don't. I don't
as
think.
well as going, as well as coming out of college.
What
I
is
don't
he?
think superstars ever really create, children to follow up their legacy. I can't think of anybody who
Yeah,
was all time
yeah,
had
huh?
somebody else.
Carl Malone.
His
Karl
daughter,
Malone's kid.
his
Yes,
daughter,
his daughter won. Yeah, his daughter.
Swing
Would she
Cash.
win?
Yeah, she won. She won two NCAA championships.
She has a WNBA championship. I'm sure she has a gold medal as well.
Yeah, yeah. Carl Malone's daughter. His son tried to too, but his son wasn't as good as his daughter.
Go down. Karl Malone broke the mold.
That's been years ago, though. That's been years ago.
But see now, so I think, but like you said, even Sharif basically stated that it's a their paths are completely different due to the fact of,
Wait a minute.
Sharif.
What doesn't he like? I mean, I heard what you said, but I don't kind of, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean he don't like the path? He's not taking the same path that
Nah,
his dad took.
nah. So his dad didn't go and try out for any team. He didn't. He just basically sat back. He declared for the NBA and that was it. He didn't go do any tryouts for any teams. He didn't do any workouts for any teams.
Dale Curry, Steph.
Maybe 'cause Shaq was
His
actually
Steph
good.
is a whole 100 is 10 times better than his dad.
Yeah, no, but Taylor made it just speaking off of what Ron said.
But Ron said there's been no superstar that the kid has amounted to what that father did. There's definitely
Oh,
there's a disparity in their careers.
oh, okay.
But
Yeah, what you were saying?
basically well, so Shaq is basically saying that I think he did state that he probably should have remained in school or played in school. But we know when you look at the 3 years in which Sharif has been in school, his first year in UCLA, he went through heart surgery, so he didn't play. He transferred to LSU, in which he played. He really didn't play. So in 3 years, roughly 90 something games, he's only Sharif has only played 37 games in his career, which he has a 2.6, a 2 point average, uh, a
In
point
school?
three block. Yeah, in his college career, he only averaged 2 points, 2.6 points a game. I think 3 rebounds a game, and what was it, 0.03 blocks a game or something like that. When you put that in comparison to his dad, he averaged
Oh,
21 points a game, 13
but
rebounds a game, 4 blocks a game.
is he the same statue as his father though? That's
No, he's nowhere close. He's no
6'9", right? And he like 6'9",
6'9", yeah, 6'9".
6'9", 6'10". So yeah, he is not even at the statue of his father, for one. So and he's definitely not. I know Sharif is a lot thinner than Shaq was. Even when Shaq came into the league, Shaq is not as big as he is now, and as big as he had gotten while he was in the league. But Shaq was not that thin as Sharif is. Sharif is real thin. He's fragile. So I don't know. Sharif needs to stay in school for his last year to go overseas and develop. He is going to have to take the Gary Payton Jr. route to the NBA.
It sounds like he needs to go get a degree.
Well, yeah, that part. I mean, and like Professor said, it's not too many superstar NBA athletes or any superstar athletes that's really had their offspring come into any league and just dominate outside of what we just talked about in regards to the Karl Malone's daughter and things of that nature,
Well, you
So
take it. You got Vlad Guerrero. You have Tony Gwynn. So it's some out there, but like you said, it's not many when it comes down to it. Or some are. It could be a potential late bloom. I mean, when you look at like Coach said, or a couple of people talk about Gary Payton II, he basically he can be a late bloomer.
he could be. He could be. We just gotta we gotta see. I mean, like you said, like I said, we gotta see about the Wades. We gotta see they're making us
So,
feel they're
do
making
we
us
really have to see about the ways? You don't think that's already passed? Look on your face says it all. I mean, you ain't even gotta answer the
it
question.
could be a late he could be a late bloomer though.
Woo, but we I
He could
got
be a
you.
late blink. He could be like you said. He could be a late bloomer. We know.
I got you.
And now they're starting to talk about like I said, they're starting to talk about Carmelo stuff. You know, so I don't know, man. It's crazy, like because you kind of feel like with that pedigree, you kind of expect these kids to be something, and for whatever reason, you expect them to come into the league and not necessarily be as dominant as maybe their parents, but
And you, at minimum, expect them to come in the league to have a little buzz about the stuff, something to
yeah,
build on.
yeah, something, at least something to build on, absolutely, and that seems to be far from what it is in any sport. I feel like it's more so in the NFL that they have more
They have a closer.
right than they do in the NBA. Yeah, and I think that's because of the fact Bronny James will be next. He is being listed as a 4-star, and that equates to the second round talent. But is Bronny good? Is Bronny that good though? I haven't actually. I've seen a few highlights of Bronny here and there, but is he that good? Is he really a 4-star talent? I haven't watched him enough to really be like, oh yeah,
I
he's
haven't
that.
either. Professor, have you seen what's your take on Bronny from your opinion?
Is he considered a 4-star talent?
Yeah, Bronny's not it. He's hot garbage.
Mm.
To say it lightly.
Mm.
He's like the
No,
fourth
you
best.
said it's pretty heavy. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty heavy.
Calling
Yeah,
them garbage. Really.
He's the fourth. He was the fourth best dude on his
on
high
his
school
team.
team.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, now Jordan
Now
didn't
that I
get
do
a
hear
big.
that the youngest son is better.
Yeah, but he don't want to play basketball.
Mm.
Mm.
Now Jordan didn't get to play on his high school team, so I don't give Bronny that much shade. The question is, will he have a growth spurt? Because he's actually, I think, shorter than his little brother. And does he have the work ethic?
Who you talking about, Bryce or Bronny?
Bronny.
Oh, okay.
But he'll be in the league next year, without a doubt.
Bronny will.
That's why LeBron says, I'm going to go play whichever team drafts my son.
Mm.
Guaranteeing his spot, which is pretty dope.
No, that's not dope. That's foolish. Again, I'm petty.
What?
As a GM, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, right. There's going to be
You
30
So do
GMs.
you? So we?
LeBron.
So we're
LeBron, no.
saying,
You really gonna tell LeBron no? Really?
yeah, it's business. It ain't got nothing to do personal. It's business, bro.
Mm.
So it's a fair assumption that you're both saying, or even at least Ron saying that you expect Ronnie to be drafted.
Oh, yeah.
Just is it by name or talent?
Hold on, you saying he gonna be drafted, and you calling him hot garbage? He's still gonna be drafted?
That's why I asked him: is it name or talent?
Name.
Name.
Oh wow.
Right. Look out for a golden. He's going to be drafted at the end of the draft, like second round. Look out for somebody like a Golden State to get him, OKC.
Mm.
Whoever get him won LeBron, which is going to be just about every team.
Even if he was to go to Golden State, you think the Golden State would still go get LeBron?
What if LeBron has an MVP championship year after this year?
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers win a championship, which we all can see happening. Depends on the last man stay healthy.
We don't see that happen. No, we cannot.
It can happen. Stranger things that happen.
No.
And at the end of the year, LeBron's a free agent and Bronny's in the draft. You telling me every team ain't gonna be thinking about that?
Including Golden State, LeBron, you really truly think Golden State would pick up LeBron?
Absolutely.
Honestly. Oh,
absolutely. LeBron would love to play with Steph.
He probably would. Not saying that, I don't see Kerr wanting to have him over there though. I don't. I really don't. He don't fit their dynamics at all.
That's not true at all.
What?
So I think someone like LeBron going to a Golden State, he would definitely have to buy in or be ready to actually take a back seat.
Yeah, he just gonna be passing to Steph and Clay all game.
Do you
How do you
need that
want
though?
Clay on the Lakers, but you think he needs to take a back seat if he went to Golden State? Just because of Steph?
Yeah. So
Steph,
I
Steph
hate
don't
to
even
say
run
it.
his own offense. Steph just
I
goes
hate
out
to
on the
say it.
court and runs around screens all game.
I hate to say it, but LeBron, in my opinion, especially with the Lakers, is moving into that Kobe esque situation to where his name. I mean, well, we can't necessarily say that, but his name is bigger than his bite at this point. I think that's where I think that's where that's moving
Without
into.
question. Without question. His name is
So
definitely bigger than his bite.
so it's like that's what we're getting
LeBron?
like. Well, that's why I say I kind of can't. You kind of what's good? What's good this morning, Dale? Good morning. How you doing?
We
So
talking about the man that led the league in scoring at
that
38.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I was about to say. We probably necessarily can't say that per se, but it's a situation definitely where I think that's going to be the conversation. Kobe should have left the Lakers, but when he was there, he was on contract. He was owed 52 million or whatever the case that is, and he was a black hole for us at that point. And he wasn't playing to the level of a $52 million player. And and so we went through a situation. We already had to eat the cost of Louis Aldane, which we just finished paying last year or earlier this year. So it was like it was a
Dang.
problem. Yeah, they did the stretch provision, so they stretched his money, the remaining of his money out. So they basically paid him to go away.
Dang.
And that's just the beginning of the bad contracts.
Yeah, that was Mitch Kupchak. Hence the reason why his sister had to fight to get. I mean, not his sister. Why Jenny had to fight because she felt like her brother Mitch and the rest of them was running the organization into the ground. But yeah, it's so that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's where he's reaching out. Like if he can reenact what he did this year with a healthier team, then of course I think it makes a difference.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't necessarily that coach. I think Coach Myers is more we talking LeBron for the most part, which I hate to say it, LeBron is the Lakers currently, but we do have Laker talk a little later in this segment, especially as we get into this free
Why?
agency talk
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we're great. That's
At,
why.
at 11 o'clock, we got Wicker talk. Yeah, 11
Bishop, like, why are we talking about the Lakers?
the ball team.
No, matter of fact, we can talk. We can
We
talk about.
we
It's
talk
sweet to
about
talk. We
that.
got some. We
It
got
ain't no
some. Matter of fact, we got some. We got some Brooklyn talk. So let's get it. So of course, we get into the free agent talk. As we know, tomorrow is the draft,
draft.
to where it's probably going to be some movements and stuff like that. But of course, let's get into this talk right quick right now. Bradley Beal. Bradley. Oh wait, hold up. Kobe is a GOAT. LeBron is a great player.
I like that. I truly like that. I totally agree with you, my Coach Myers. I totally agree with you.
Ron, a question was issued to you, which is also in this conversation, this topic, this segment. Do you want PJ Tucker
Oh yeah, one
You
thousand
do?
percent.
over at the cost of losing Thibault?
Yeah, over 7.4 million.
How much?
7.4.
Yeah, he's due 7.4. He's
Not
leaving
in
7.4 on the table, so he's going to want more than that,
my
and at the possibility of losing Thibault.
Oh yeah.
You giving PJ Tucker over 7.4 to come
Yeah,
to.
I give him 10.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
PJ Tucker, the dude that was out there busting the Eastern Conference champion Celtics.
And where did he get? What did he get? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh,
The Eastern Conference championship,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
does
looking
that
for
mean
30. Key says she heard 3 years for 10 million, which is exactly 33, 10 million, 10 million a year.
yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, I think he ends up on the Lakers.
You know what?
What
Bradley Beal.
is all this, man? God.
Bradley Beal, Bradley Beal is as expected, as well as Kyrie is expected to opt out of their player options with their teams to leave 36 million on the table and go into free agency. Gentlemen, what do you think about that? I know Ron, you really don't have to skin the game unless one of them are coming to your squad. Of course, like Coach Ryan just say, options that opened up for Bradley Beal with the news of Kyrie is potentially moving out of Brooklyn. Uh, how you feeling about Bradley or Kyrie in Philly?
Bradley Beal opted out.
He not yet. There's still talk. It's conversations
Oh,
that he will. He hasn't opted out
woo!
yet.
Don't do that to me.
I ain't heard neither one of these
Well,
stories.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal came out and said he already
It's
knows which team he wants to play for.
blasphemy.
He's going to play for. So if he's opting out, we already know he's going to Miami.
It's blasphemy because I haven't heard anything of the nature of either one of those guys opting out. The only thing
What?
either
Kyrie is
no,
100% opting out.
yeah, I have not heard that. All I heard that Nets prefer a shorter incentive-based deal for Irving. Move to Lakers or Knicks doesn't look likely for Kyrie Irving. That's all I've heard. I've not heard anything about him opting out, him going and leaving the.
Well, he hasn't opted out. Neither one of them have opted out yet.
I ain't even heard the potential of him opting out.
Yeah, there's a potential of him opting out.
I'm looking at them somewhere and they ain't saying nothing about Kyrie opting out.
So you can predict that Tom Brady will not retire, but you relent to believe that Kyrie Irving is going to opt out.
I told you why Tom Brady was not retiring. He never approached the podium saying he was about to retire. He never did that.
Bishop, the Nets don't want to pay that man.
Yeah, he wants.
Tell me why somebody who does not care about basketball that much, which Kyrie always says is not that important to me, would take less to play it.
Why would he take less?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not? If he still has an opportunity to make it. For one, he didn't play this past season.
Kyrie is like a walking oxymoron.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he take a pay cut in an opportunity to win a championship? Another one.
So I asked this question, Bishop. You said I've asked you this question. Once you've won a championship,
I did see that, Coach. You're right. I did see that. They're not giving him a long-term deal. I did see that. You're right.
Once you've won a championship, is there anything else really that you have?
I'm like, you think Kyrie wants to win a championship?
What other reason are you playing for then?
To get paid.
Yeah, she makes $40 million.
That's what I'm saying. Once you win a championship, at that point you've got a championship. Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
Kyrie arguably hit one of the greatest shots in finals histories. He's a made man. I would say Ray Allen's shot is the best shot of all time, but he's good. I think he's already shown us who he is. Like you said, Trey, I love it. He's a walking oxymoron. Emphasis on the moron.
I didn't say that, but
so y'all honestly
because the last time Ron did that, it was like Trey, you did what? Like, no, I did not even say that. Like, well, this is going. But go ahead, Bishop. What you about to say?
So y'all saying y'all truly feel as though once you've won a championship, the only purpose of you still playing is to get paychecks?
Is to get paid, and then secondary comes with being a multi-time champion. But once you won the championship,
you can't say that
to the largest scale.
I mean,
Bishop,
let's not act like these guys are losers. Like, they're extremely competitive, the greatest athletes on the planet. They're natural-born winners. They're not going out there just to lose. Of course, Kyrie wants to win. It's just not a priority. Like, he's not going to lose sleep if he does not make it far in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure he's in like Cancun right now. are doing some charity work in Israel. That's Kyrie, his scales. I think he's going to the Lakers without a doubt.
Nah, he better not go to the Lakers. No, that's all right. I just told you that the Lakers talk is out the window already.
We have
the Lakers trade
about it.
We
didn't even think LA was going to get Russell, and that came out of nowhere. So
And speaking of Russell, they just talked about Russell. They already talked about shopping Russell. Russell said Lakers offered Westbrook THT in a 2026 first round pick for Malcolm Brogdon. So to the Pacers. Pacers rejected the Russell trade.
Well, they rejected it because what they're not saying is that Buddy Hield would have had to been a part of that deal too to make the money work.
Right. I'm not doing that for just Brogdon. I
Yeah,
want Buddy Hield and
it's Buddy
Tucker.
Hield. So they kicked it back for because Buddy Hield they don't want to include Buddy in that trade. So it would have been Russell Westbrook, THT, and the draft and the pick and the first round draft pick for
Yeah,
the two of them.
And I don't even want Brogdon. Give me Turner, the big man, and give me old buddy from Sacramento, Buddy Hield.
Actually, I would have preferred Halliburton, but we know they ain't not letting him go.
Oh, hey, stop it.
What up? What up, Zach? What up?
But
I think Russell gets traded to Charlotte.
Ooh, the Hornets. Ooh,
Yeah, MJ's in love with the guy.
oh, you think MJ gonna lobby for Westbrook to come?
Without a doubt. It ain't like they gonna be winning or anything.
Oh, Shariah. He said, I actually would do that deal for just Malcolm Brogdon. He's a 50-50-90 guy, very underrated.
Yeah, but he's played like 10 games the past 2 years. That's why I don't want him. He's worse than Anthony Glassman Davis.
Oh, shoot. What up, Frat? What up?
So now what we do know additionally is that John Wall opted in. Of course, that's a no-brainer. John Wall opted in to his contract. Of course, he's due to make $47.4 million
Laughing
this
to
year.
The bank. 50
But
million, y'all.
But of course, what's going to happen is if Houston cannot find a deal to move him, they're going to look to reach a buyout. In which, of course, he's not going to get his $47 million, but he's going to get a pretty good chunk of that, and then also be released, make it through waivers, and be able to go with any team in which he desires.
Tax free.
It looks like a checkmate move on the in Wall's case.
We in a recession, and John Wall made $50 million this year. Ain't that something?
For not doing anything, for sitting at home like Bishop.
He said, like, hey, don't hate, man. Don't hate. The hate is real.
Yeah, you know what? Him and Bishop probably be out there, be on 2K playing.
That's right.
Linking up.
He the one, I'm the two. Let's go, bro. I'm with it, baby. Let's get it.
Oh my gosh, playing with the 2014 Wizards.
He said the 2014 Wizards. Oh shoot. Honestly, what he say? Honestly, the Hornets should go after Wall or Westbrook on those expiring deals. That's money that comes off the books and can go to Melo and Bridges.
But is it worth that?
Westbrook and Wall down there with Melo?
Wall, yeah. It was with that.
Westbrook or Wall, okay.
Yeah. Because they can't afford both of them. That's over $90 million.
If I'm the Lakers, I'm fine with Westbrook. I just need to surround LeBron with shooters. And look, Westbrook plays almost every game. He's always going 100 miles per hour. Despite his decline, he's still top 35 in the league. I would say there's not too many point guards.
And he's only a year removed from averaging a triple-double.
Put some shooters around him. And the Lakers is cool. They could still compete for a championship. The fact that the Lakers are shopping him and trying to move him should, let our antennas go off. Like there's something big happening. Because for what, Trey? For what?
At this point, when you look at it, Kendrick Nunn also. I got that question. I'll come back to you, Ron. Kendrick Nunn additionally also opted in, so now he's the fifth guaranteed contract over this year for the Lakers. He opted in $5.25 million, but Kendrick Nunn is a little bit different when you look at it. So he basically rested. He didn't play the whole year, so he might have something to offer the Lakers as well. But now that basically puts, like I said, 5 players on the Lakers roster, that being LeBron, who's owed $44 million. Anthony Davis is owed $38 million. Talen Horton-Tucker is owed $10 million. And Austin Reeves is owed $1.5 million. And then like I said, Russell Westbrook. Well, Westbrook hasn't opted in yet, but if he opts in, that's another $47 million now, and Kendrick's on $5.2 million, which basically puts us back in the same position as far as Lakers and for Lakers fans or LeBron fans or whomever that associated fans. To where you have to find people. Malik Monk, he's a free agent for the most part. So to offer him, does he stay if he gets offered enough money? Can we turn Malik Monk into what's his name, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, which we kept on resetting his pockets to keep him around until we realized like, okay, maybe we could go ahead and let him go. Like Ron was just saying, Westbrook maybe isn't a bad situation to keep him in LA, especially now with another coach in the fray now, to where he could get different. We have a different aspect. So I don't disagree with Ryan. I think keeping Westbrook is cool, but additionally, also like you were saying, now we have a situation to where why are they trying to shop Westbrook? What we know, Lakers are known
Because
for putting off.
LeBron already talked to Kyrie.
Bishop, how you like that? Bishop?
Man,
how you like them apples?
He better not go over there.
What is wrong with him going to LA?
Why does he need to play with LeBron again? He's seen what he's done. What he can do with LeBron.
You're missing. So you have to.
Let me ask you. So
stimulate your mind. Stimulate your mind, Craig. Stimulate your mind.
What y'all said it ain't about the ring. So what is he going over there for?
It's LA. The same reason LeBron went. LeBron ain't just go for the. He went for the. They go for the glitz and the glamour.
Right. For LA because of that, man. Forget all that.
Trey, how this lineup sound? This is the possibility of the Lakers this year. Kyrie at point guard. Listen to this one. Klay Thompson at the 2. LeBron at the 3. PJ Tucker at the 4. Anthony Davis at the 5. I don't think Klay happens, but PJ Tucker and Kyrie.
If that comes anywhere close to that, I'm not watching basketball for the entire.
Why not?
I'm not watching basketball for the entire season. I'm not. I'm telling y'all now, if that happens, I am not watching basketball for the entire season.
What is wrong with any trade in that manner?
Because what do we make? That's an all-star team. Why are we doing that? Why? What is the point?
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
No, why are we doing that? Why are we doing that?
That same mindset is what stopped Kobe Bryant from hooking up with CP3 early during the career. That would have brung us a couple: Paul Gasol, Kobe Bryant,
and I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm glad it didn't happen.
That type of mindset is what does that.
It didn't happen.
Because there's a mindset like that is why CP3 is still chasing the national NBA championship.
Hey, well, that's CP. Well, hey, he won't. He may go down as one guy who may never have won a championship, but he's got his dignity.
He replaced Tinseltown with Lob City, basically. Who wants that?
Bishop.
Yes.
LeBron has 1 to 3 more prime years left. You mean to tell me you don't want to see him with one more super team and see what he got one last time? His last run like MJ in '98.
Why?
You know he doesn't. He's a Brooklyn fan.
Why? When you just sat here and said it's not about y'all just here and stated that the fact of the matter is if you've already won multiples, what is the point of winning another one? It's a money thing.
Well, like I said, money first, second, primarily. Secondary is to become a multiple.
I'm so happy, Bishop, in my life. You so petty. They said is LeBron doing this for money. You know dang well LeBron.
No, I'm not asking. No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying he doing. This is what y'all said. Y'all said once you've got him, you're the only other reason for you to do it is for money purposes. This is what y'all said.
It's legacy, LeBron.
Nah.
So
I'm good. I'm good. His leg.
So there's I was thinking about that. I'm happy you said that because the other day I was like, how many people in the NBA actually play for their legacy? And there's only 5 people that really,
some people's legacy is cemented, just like Cam Reed said. It was talking about Steph Curry. I guess he's talking about the Steph Curry's top 10. So who are you? If Steph Curry's top 10, so who are you replacing? I guess his argument is Steph Curry is in top 10. Steph Curry's legacy. Wait, hold on. Who said that part?
That part. That part.
Steph isn't top 10.
Yeah, Steph is top 10.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Steph isn't top 10.
Oh yeah,
He's
absolutely.
at 10.
He's at 10. Oh,
Ron, you're disrespectful. The blasphemy.
No,
So-
I am respectful because I respect all of those greats that came before Steph that are ahead of him.
Who's ahead of him? Who?
like who's saying like?
Give me the 9 that's above him.
Or at least 5. Give me 5.
We really about to do this, Trey?
Yeah, we really about to do this. Yeah,
I was just wondering, like, where,
yeah,
like.
no.
So of course I don't. So
No.
hold up. Is LeBron above Steph Curry?
I'll walk y'all through the top 9 before we get to Steph.
Okay, go ahead.
It
doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be in particular order.
Yeah, don't have to. Yeah, I gotta hear this too. Fred.
Number 1,
go ahead.
The greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James. Now I'm just playing. Michael Jordan.
I was about to get up on this show.
It's like walking out your old house. Okay. Michael Jordan.
Like I said, I respect the elders. So Michael Jordan 1, LeBron 2, Kareem 3. Then we're gonna go Russell 4, Magic 5, Bird 6. Then we got Wilt at 7.
Okay.
And we still got the Dream, Kobe, and Duncan left over. And we can throw Shaq in there.
Okay,
y'all putting Steph over any of those dudes? Maybe Duncan.
Maybe Wilt. Maybe Wilt. So the only reason I see Steph.
How?
Maybe.
So Wilt. the only reason is like Wilt was dominant. So I think what we have is, so is it fair to say that's what I'm hearing is when you say Shaq and Wilt, we have players that were dominant, but they're two in the same. Technically, Kobe was Jordan. They're one and the same. Duncan and Hakeem, in my opinion, are one and the same. Oh, Cam says Duncan's top 5.
Russell.
So I'm not saying I'm putting him over Russell. I guess I am saying that because I'm about to say I would just replace him. So why are we still leaving Chamberlain in the conversation at the end of the day?
Because he dominated. He just couldn't beat Russell, and the NBA literally shaped and formed around him. Like, I think he has like the most rules built in the game.
But is that safe? Is it safe to say that now Curry has rewritten the NBA?
That part.
He's there.
That part.
So maybe
he's there. But Steph isn't done yet. If Steph stopped playing the game today, he's not going above Wilt. But he's still got more work to do.
So would you say? Okay, I ask you this: would you say Steph has a larger impact on the NBA than in even upcoming players?
Without a doubt, the league is more popular now. It's worldwide, global. Steph has changed the world. Wilt change the NBA.
You don't think Steph's changed the NBA?
I say he changed the world. That's
okay. I see. Okay, I got you. I'm rocking with you. You're right. So yes. So interesting. And shout out Cam with the comment that was sparked it. Yeah.
That's a good statement there, Coach Uriah. Wilt Chamberlain and all of them played when there was only 18.
Yeah.
Major difference.
You know what their league was like? It's like, our shout out to the military, first formation, our basketball leagues.
I was about to say that.
All the different squadrons, just everybody beefed up with talent.
Yeah, intramural and stuff. Or even the NBA. What the NBA is going to be. But yeah, so definitely it's always going to be it's definitely going to be a difference when you put it all together, or even in that. Like I think Kevin said, the top 10 is definitely hard because without any parameters in which we're talking about it, then it's hard to choose. My mindset has always been that how have they changed the game, or how have they moved the game, or what have they done? And when we look at it, Steph, saying no different than how we look at Mike Vick. It's the same way how we look at how I perceive and look at Steph. Like at the end of the day, Steph he's changed the game to an aspect. I mean, you had Dirk before him, a 7-foot shooter, but he didn't shoot at the clip in which Steph shoots. Or hell, when you look at the back door, we kind of get lost. Clay shoots just like him too. It's just not at the same clip. Where would Clay be at as a shooter if he hadn't been gone for 2 years? So a lot had to be said, but I definitely think he's at least in the mention aspect of it. I seen someone put up, I think it was Coach Uriah put up a 10. Jordan and LeBron, Kareem, Magic, Duncan, Kobe, Bird, Steph, Russell, Shaq. Remove Wilt. He's, of course, Anthony Price tripping. He can't believe that you still have LeBron at number 2.
Anthony needs to stop it.
And like Coach Uriah said, 75 games against 18s. That's military basketball, fellas, with the real talk. Steph certainly
Matter of
changed
fact,
the game.
Anthony Price, where do you have LeBron at?
Ah,
Since he's not number 2.
Anthony, where's LeBron at in your top 10, sir?
He gonna say something egregious.
But see, he changed the game. Every time the NBA, they immediately started getting shooters after the second title. Some teams now shoot just as many 3s and 2s just to keep the score close. Steph and Clay did that.
Right. There's several teams we can go through in the NBA that modeled themselves after what Steph did. And Steph even has a mini-me in the league in Trae Young. Like, they created a clone of him because he's so good.
So before we move on into a little NBA, NFL talks or college talks or whatever we have slated, I asked a question, Ron. Top 10, or just give me 10 players that you think that see them as the greatest 10 players to not win a championship. Who's in that genre, or who's in that league with you? Hold up, Cam, with his top 10. Jordan, LeBron. He has LeBron at number 2 as well. Oh no, he has Jordan A, LeBron 2. LeBron AB. 1A and LeBron 1B.
I love that.
Bill Russell, Kareem, Hakeem, Duncan, Magic, Bird, Kobe, Shaq, Steph is 10.
Right.
But no Wilt. No Wilt. But going back to what I was saying, 10 players that you think the greatest player, 10 greatest players that never won a championship. Who's on that list for you?
Chris Paul,
Okay.
Barkley, Stockton, Malone, James Harden.
Okay.
I'm going to throw Joel Embiid on that list. I don't think he ever wins one. Can't make it out the dang second round. Old school. Did George Gervin win a championship? The Spurs?
I believe he did.
Yeah, I think he did too. That's all I got right now of like all time. I know there's a lot more. Let's throw T-Mac on there. Vince Carter.
So I give you what came up. Well, of course, this came up through Bleacher Report. What the Bleacher Report stated. Number 10, Russell Westbrook, which is a presumptuous because he's still playing, so he still has opportunity. Number 9, James Harden. Yes, Coach Rye, you have it. Number
presumptuous.
Number 8, Steve Nash. 7, Patrick Ewing. 6, Allen Iverson. 5, John Stockton. 4, Chris Paul. 3, Elgin Baylor. 2, Karl Malone. And 1, Charles Barkley.
Damn. I forgot some good ones.
Yeah, but you was pretty. I think you was 50-50.
Yep. Dang. AI. The Sixers.
Coach added one, Grant Hill. You think Grant Hill is one of the greatest? You think he should be in that list?
Yep.
Who
Back
would
to
you take
back,
out? Who's greater than Grant Hill on that list? Oh, I probably would leave
almost
Steve.
everybody.
Well, I guess yeah. Steve was a two-time NBA MVP. Which
Trey,
again, I
everybody.
could. Everyone on this is greater than Grant.
Yeah.
Russ, even Russ James. Well, they're MVP winners. I guess so.
Without
Everyone
a
on
doubt.
about everyone on that list. No, Charles Barkley. He never won a league MVP, did he?
But I'll give Grant Hill, yeah, he did. I'll give Grant Hill some
Dominique,
slack because he got injured. We never
his
got to see
injuries.
his ceiling. So
Because
we don't
that Orlando, what do you think that Orlando Magic year would have been?
exactly.
Uh, Carmelo, Elgin Baylor, Chris Paul, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Patrick Ewing. Okay, Dominique Wilkins. Coach says so. Definitely. So yeah, I could rock with it. I feel y'all on it. Of course, like I said, Dikembe Mutombo, he's interested into the chat. All right, interesting. Just ready to see how this all comes out. I have initially, I be honest and transparent. I wasn't feeling Kyrie in LA for the antics in which he's had in Boston and in New Jersey. I mean, in Brooklyn. But I think I'm warming up to another LeBron Kyrie um, reunion, especially if it's in the purple and gold. But at what cost does that come? And I wonder. That's the down portion of it. What cost? At what cost? Well, not necessarily, Kevin, because then Orlando had a chance while Jordan was gone, and they faltered in that when they missed some free throws. So Penny had a chance, Shaq had a chance while Jordan was gone, and they didn't answer the bell. The Lakers are great. We don't have to chase rings, Anthony. That's not the case. We just continue to do what we done legacy. Like Ron said earlier, legacy. Lakers legacy. Boston, unfortunately, legacy. Yes, Mick Anderson missed the free throws. Um, but definitely. So but you know what I'm saying, keep in the comments. I see him, we'll bring him up and talk to him, but as we do that, transition a little bit into that NFL. As we all know, they have basically transitioned from the NFL. Transition from the hangover with the Super Bowl. Shout out to the Los Angeles Rams, Super Bowl 2028, 2021 Super Bowl champions going into the 22-23 season. True that. I'll give you that, Cam. I'll give you that. And which is, of course, which would be ideally why they need to continue to move on with. That's the pedigree for the LA Lakers. That's what their the resume is. They bring in stars. One the better stars. What's good, Al? I haven't seen you in a while, fam. Good. What's up? They bring in stars and it just keeps going. They bring in stars to play and continue to play. They bring in the next star. One leaves, and then they bring in the next star, superstar, megastar, two or three of them, one or two of them, a superstar, one megastar, and that's basically how we do it. Okay. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. So that's what we do. That's what we do in LA. It works sometimes. It takes a while sometimes, but that's basically what we do. We haven't had a homegrown talent though since Kobe, and that's the difference. Initially, all of it was homegrown. Now we tend to bring in export imports. But NFL, like I say, NFL talks. Basically, at this point, Basically, at this point, like you talked about earlier about the passing of Jalen Ferguson. Now, interesting enough, as Anthony Price says, is am I the only person who don't care for Grunk? He's only good because of Tom Brady. Patience is always key, Alvin. I hear you. So only good because of Tom Brady is what Anthony Price is saying. Is that does that remain? Does everyone think that? Is that why Grunk? As we know, of course, the reason for this, Grunk has decided to retire for a second time around, stating that he's done. Of course, there's some grumbles out there that people believe or someone thinks that they can get Grunk, that only Tom Brady can get Grunk to play. In that saying, is that to say that is that why? Um, Okay, Alvin, I see what you're saying. You wouldn't fully agree. Why is that? Of course, saying in the comments, get in the comments, like to hear it. Um, So if because like I was about to say, if that is true to what Anthony is saying, he's only good because of Tom Brady, then that would mean that true enough, that remains to be the thought that only Tom Brady can talk Grunk back into run one last ride and doing it again. Of course, as we all know, Tom Brady was able to talk Grunk into coming back after he retired once he left the Patriots and went to Tampa Bay. So now do we have a situation to where he could do it again? As y'all know, I've been very prevalent in saying that I do not believe for a second that they're going to be successful in this year. I'm not going to say successful. I just don't think that what we see in Tampa Bay from the past years is going to be what we see this year. That's just my personal opinion. Even though they have predominantly the same offense, but I just think you have a little less in Tom Brady, as he was on his foot was out the door. So it might be a situation where he has to basically get it going again. It might be a little too late to do such. Okay. That's a good point, Alvin. Have to bring something to the game, skill in which like a lot of times, like we got to take in consideration during that time frame in which that in which Tom was in his heyday and Grunk was there. You also had Hernandez, who took a lot of stuff off, which of course two different skill sets, but basically that worked well with that in Tom Brady's. When there was a time, it was not like Tom Brady won every single Super Bowl or played in every single Super Bowl while in New England. So there was times in which it wasn't, not counting the time he was injured. Okay, so it seems like that you're definitely on board with the whole goat talk and Tom Brady. At the end of the day, and I'm not. I don't disagree with that. It was one of those things where when you look at it, for me, that Tom Brady has proven that he can play. He's won two different coaches, but additionally, his coaches have been pretty good coaches as well. But I mean, we can't take that away from him and what saying his ability to negotiate or go where he wants to go and play where he wants to play, as opposed to he did not get to play in San Francisco. They took playing Jimmy Garoppolo over Tom Brady, and I don't know if that remains to be a mistake, because at the end of the day, um, if Tom had played in San Francisco, would we have still won that? Would we have won the Super Bowl? I don't know. Jimmy did take us to one Super Bowl in which we didn't win, but it went. So I don't know if that was different, but I digress in any case. But Tom did win two championships. Did win a championship the year after leaving Patriots. So it remains to be seen. Makes everyone better around him. And I'm sorry to believe that. I could believe that too, Alvin, because like I said, I used to be. I'm not gonna say I was a Tom Brady hater, but I definitely wasn't a person that was completely on board with Tom Brady. For the most part, the goat talk and all that type of stuff. Initially, I wasn't feeling it, But like you said, he makes people better. You can't define the fact that the man has 7 rings, um, two uh, two different play teams, 2 different conferences, and everything that comes with that. So you can't deny that. As you stated, he has been unselfish in contracts, so that way he can get more players and get it on the back end. So it's been plenty of that. So at the end of the day, I agree with that. It's just a matter of like I said, it took myself a while to come back around in reference to it. So, but I don't know, Bishop, of course. Or do you have a prediction, Bishop? Is Grunt coming back, or is he done? He stated he's done. Is he done, or is he coming
No,
back?
no, Gronk is probably done. He's probably done. I feel like Gronk was when he, you know, if you don't know them people that, and I don't know if y'all spoke about it yet. That was a call I had to take, but if y'all haven't talked about it yet, that was Gronk stated that in college he had to write a paper on where would he like to see himself be if he was to go into professional football. What team would he like to go to? And Tampa Bay was the team in which he wanted to go to. So when he had the opportunity to go over there with his fellow teammate Tom, the GOAT, he took full advantage of it. So now that he's went over there, played 2 seasons with him, and won a Super
Won a
Bowl,
champion, yes. And
yeah,
now there's nothing left. He's done. Yes.
yeah, he's done. There's nothing else left for me. He's gonna go down in history as one of the greatest tight ends ever to play the game. There's nothing left for him to do. His
First
legacy,
ballot Hall of Famer.
absolutely, without question, without question, without question, without question. He gonna go first, and then Thomas is gonna go right after him.
Ah, yeah, because he retires a year later. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, without question. Yeah, but yeah, Gronk is gone. He's done. Gronk is ready. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Gronk in somebody's booth or doing commentating somewhere or something like that, because Gronk has that type of personality. He's very open and very a people person. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see Gronk in somebody's booth commentating or something. One of these reality show type things or something. A story
I,
about the Gronk brother, the Gronkowskis, something. Don't be surprised.
That's interesting you say that because Fitzpatrick, he just retired and he's on his way to be an analyst with Thursday Night Football.
Yep.
So it's Prime is eating them up.
Right.
Prime is eating them up Thursday Night Football. So they building a stable over there in an analyst in which maybe they might be making the play. As of course as we know the beloved red zone is basically going to be up for grabs soon. In which there will be more analysts. So a lot remains to be seen. It's a good QB. You say you make
So
others excel.
mediocre team, do you think he would be great?
And I often think that, hence why I stated when I brought up the 49ers situation, like although Garoppolo the following year or the year before ended up taking San Francisco, or the following year ended up taking San Francisco to the Super Bowl, could San Francisco had won the Super Bowl that Tampa Bay won had Tom Brady been in on the 49ers? I don't know.
I mean, hindsight is 2020. To say whether or not Tom will be great behind another coach. Well, we know he's been great. He went to Tampa Bay and did it. But behind another team outside of, I mean, it's almost well, shoot. I mean, honestly, it proof is in the pudding. He did it. He left New England and went to Tampa Bay and still won a championship. So of course it depends on certain teams. Now, would Tom be able to go to Detroit and do that? Probably not. Probably not. Could he go to the Jets and do that? Probably not.
Philly.
He probably so. He could probably go to Philly. He could do it. He probably could go. You know what? He probably could go to Dallas and do it, and probably could have won a plethora.
Well, yeah, Dallas, definitely Dallas. But like you said, Detroit, those type of teams makes a difference. Like he could have did it with Coach Shanahan in San Francisco. He could have did it. But like you said, Dallas, I think he could have did it with even with Jared. He could have did it. So it's just. But like you say, those areas like Detroit, Chicago, unfortunately. Sorry, Coach Rurara. He could have did it in Los Angeles, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could have did it in Arizona, as we add a couple of different pieces.
Did you just say possibly for LA? I hope you was talking about the Chargers.
He could have did it in with the Chargers too.
Yeah, he could have done it with the Chargers.
It just didn't feel like he was saying an absolute fact if he was on the Rams. He could.
Well, you know what? Yeah, he definitely would have did it. Can you imagine him with Cooper Kupp? Oh my gosh,
bro. He had something like that when he had Edelman.
But he would have been Cooper Kupp is way better than Edelman. Like it would have been. Yeah, it would have been nasty. He would have been nasty. Okay,
Yeah.
I digress. I stand corrected, Ron. I'm sorry.
But what am I saying is if he doesn't have good receivers, he gets an attitude, and I think that it will also play a factor on a sorry team or a team with not so good receivers.
So this is what I'll say, and please, you guys, correct me if I'm wrong and tell me. Like, is there a team that doesn't have good receivers? At the end of the day, is there? Can we say this? You think really?
No, hold on, Ron. He said good, not great.
49ers.
Yeah, good. You almost make me walk off this damn show. Off this panel, I literally just left right now. Like
Ron's stirring the pot, boy. Ron is stirring the pot, boy. He is stirring the pot, bro. He is stirring the pot. No, so there's a difference between good receivers and great receivers and mediocre receivers.
Yes. So I think there's no team that doesn't have at least a good receiver.
Good receivers. Good receiver. Y'all know we got the First Formation Fantasy League coming up.
That's right.
Subscribe.
That's right.
Receivers that go in the first 6 rounds of a fantasy draft.
Are good receivers?
Are good receivers?
Exactly. Yeah. And we know our great ones that go in the first round.
So I ask y'all this. Are y'all picking up Robbie Anderson?
Absolutely not.
So I guess there are teams because isn't Robbie Anderson like the top receiver on one of his on where's Robbie at now? Is he in the
Carolina?
No, yeah, he's in Carolina. Jets, yes.
Oh boy. There was 1 year I counted on him. I was desperate, Lord.
Agree with you. You're right. I think he'll be a great commentator too. He is like a Shaq of the NFL. He will be. That's exactly how he is. I totally agree with that. All I'm saying is Tom Brady was pretty much built. They gave him an O-line. It's not the same in which what they did with Tony Romo or Tony Romo as well as who was it before Tony Romo?
Who was it? Oh, Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman, same thing. They gave
it was others, but he's the most notable one. But it was
others. Like this is the same thing. So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Mike D. But I mean, it is what it is. That's what you're supposed to do. And now again, he is a great quarterback. But yes, hindsight's 20. I definitely know it would be different had he was a Brown 5 years ago. So let's not. Mike B, let's not ignore the fact that the Browns that had some great talent at wide receiver positions, at running back. They've had some phenomenal out at Cleveland, without
phenomenal.
Ron, he was like when he said great talent. I was like, wait, we talking about the Cleveland Browns, or we talking about?
I was with Bishop until he said phenomenal.
They've had some good receivers now. Come on now, phenomenal receiver. Like, well,
Trey, this guy.
What did they had? What's his name? What was the?
Is it safe to say the most phenomenal player they have currently, have had currently as wide receiver is probably their current receiver in Amari Cooper.
Exactly.
Even more so than OBJ. I mean.
They have OBJ.
And Landry.
I'm waiting for this list of phenomenal players.
Hold on, I'm finna tell you.
He had to look him up. That's his name.
I don't remember all their names.
Any of their names.
Okay, so maybe they didn't have phenomenal receivers. They didn't have phenomenal receivers.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have phenomenal receivers. Good Lord, the best thing I can see is Kellen Winslow. Yeah. Oh, they had Josh Gordon. Don't forget about that.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, Josh.
But so I don't think Josh Gordon was phenomenal. I think he had potential to be phenomenal. He just never reached it.
Don't forget they had Kevin Johnson, Braylon Edwards. Jarvis Landry.
I can't believe Bishop's doing this right now.
I can't either. I know he did not just call Brandon Edwards phenomenal.
Bruh,
I'm still waiting for a phenomenal player
he
trade.
was 47. He was 47% for his catch radius, and he had over 5,000 or over 3,000 yards, close to 4,000 yards.
Go ahead and say Joshua Cribbs.
No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. Of course, Odell.
Their best running backs and best wide receivers are who they have on the team right now, and they're not phenomenal.
Minus a couple of old schools.
Yeah, Tim Brown, of course. Yeah.
Tim Brown and it was one before Jim Brown too. Little, I can't read Little. I think his name was.
Okay, so safe to say they didn't have phenomenal receivers. Okay, got it. But
Okay.
either way,
let's just put it out there for all Cleveland fans. Cleveland has been horrible. All of their franchises, they don't put together winners. That's why, shout out to LeBron James, his championship was so special. It was like 3 MJ rings.
So they didn't put in together nothing when they had Jim Brown out there in Cleveland, because Jim Brown was way before LeBron James.
You really had to go back to Jim Brown. You just put an exclamation on the point.
I'm just saying though, Jim Brown. I'm just saying you just go sleep on Jim like that.
Yeah, back in the '60s, no doubt.
Oh my gosh!
So Ron, you're in agreement. Gronk is the first year Hall of Famer, our first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, he might be the greatest tight end of all time.
Yeah, without question. How would he not be? How could you? What possibly could stop him from being the first ballot? Possibly.
Other first ballots.
That other first ballot. What? That come out with like what? Who? Like who's going to outshine Gronk?
Who else retired already?
Nobody that's retired just recently is going to outdo Gronk.
Gore just retired.
Nope. Yeah, I knew you was going to try and throw Gore in there. Nope. Nope. That's why Gore. That's another person right there. Why Gore won't go first ballot? Ron Trey is so stuck on Gore going first ballot, bro. He is so stuck on Gore going first ballot. That is not going to happen.
Oh my gosh.
He's not going first ballot, bro. He is so stuck on that dude going first ballot, but he's not. That dude's not going first ballot, bro. And now that Gronk done retired too, oh yeah, he definitely that done bumped him down. That bumped him out.
Somebody's got to let him know.
Yeah, I don't know why Trey think Gore going around. That he's bumped.
He has such high expectations for his Niners.
No, man.
They're always going to let him down.
Man, and let me tell you, I just saw something the other day. I wanted to tell y'all, man. I saw one of the analysts on I think it was the NFL Live, and he did the entire prediction for all 32 teams. Guess what he had? Guess where he had the 49ers at? 9-8. Like I said, 9-8. He had the 49ers at 9-8. He did all 32 teams. He had the Niners at 9-8, bro. Let me see if I can find it and show y'all, bro. I was like, Trey needs to see this because he broke it down. He was like, yeah, the Niners is going to definitely 4-8, bro.
Did they pay Debo?
No, I don't think so. Not that I heard of. Here it is, right here. See if I can.
We need Trey to let us know, because they could end up being a dumpster fire.
What was it? What was the question? I hear all the blasphemous 49 talk. What was he saying?
I was telling you about the NFL analyst on NFL Live who did the breakdown of all the 32 teams' predictions for this upcoming season.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the Niners at 9-8, just like I said. Just like I said he would.
Stranger things happen.
And it ain't stranger. Well, it was Stranger Things. What do you speak of, guy? Let me share this with you. Let me show you this with the folks, with everyone. This is his breakdown right here, bro. Here it is.
Is that Charles Wilson? Oh no, that's not Charles Wilson.
There's going to be no 3-13 prediction. And even though the Chicago Bears fan, and this will come.
What the hell just happened?
Because it was a bunch of malarkey, so it's like you don't even want to play for like that because it's like it's not.
That why would it do that, bro? That is crazy. Because I ain't had no issues. I got a new computer for Father's Day, and we still having these problems, bro.
Because that's blasphemous. Like who says that? What? Like proof is in the pudding, as you say.
This
The
is
NFL guys have spoken.
this is crazy. Wow. What the hell?
Stop it, coach. Stop it. Stop it, coach.
Win that game. The Bears should have won that
Here we
game
go.
last year. Improved defense, giving Justin Fields over Trey Lance or Jimmy Garoppolo or whoever it is. Or Steve Young. I don't care. The Bears won that game. But they beat the Seattle Seahawks before losing to the Denver Broncos. A win over the defending champions.
They got them beating the Rams. I don't know how that's possible.
They're gonna split that. In the first game, I see 3-2. In the first 5 games, 3-2.
3-2. He got y'all 2-3. Then y'all lose. Y'all gonna split that. Lose to KC. Y'all gonna win.
I potentially see 3-2 in the second one.
3-2.
Puts us at 6-4.
Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this. Against the Dolphins. He got y'all losing to the Dolphins, to the Bucks.
The second one I see 3-2. That's 9-6.
They got y'all beating Washington and losing to the Raiders.
2-1. I can see 11. I can see 11-7. I mean 11-6.
No way, bro. No way. But let me show you your boys too. Hold on, where they at? Let me show you your boys. Because this is what you were highly on too. Let me show you what he said about your beloved Miami Dolphins. Your beloved Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins is even worse. Oh no, I think they're even better. I think they were better actually. Either way, man. I don't know why even that issue.
But in any case,
that'll
come. That day is coming, of course.
Of course.
Los Angeles Rams cornerback Jalen Ramsey had a minor surgery as he played 10 games roughly with AC sprained AC joints in the shoulders. So he's expected to be back and ready to go at the beginning of the season. So not really anything there maybe to speak for the most part. I ask you this question though. Odell Beckham Jr. won't be ready to go potentially till October. Do you see? Does he play this year? As he gets ready to come back, you think someone's going to jump on him, or does he get signed prior to that?
I think everybody's going to wait to see what he does, how he comes off that injury, off that surgery.
So probably he might. So it's possible that. I think that's like a not playing year though, to get him into camps, tryouts and stuff like that, to see and let him go through some drills and everything. He might have to sit out a year.
Yeah. If he sits out a year, I don't know if he's gonna ever be able to come back.
I kind of zoned out. Are y'all talking about Jalen Ramsey?
No, we talking about Odell Beckham Jr. now.
OBJ.
We talked about Jalen Ramsey before that.
For a year? I thought he was coming back in December.
October.
For Odell? Oh.
Yeah, they got him slated for coming back in October.
Oh, I hope he stays with the Rams. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it, Bishop. But let's hear it.
What? Say what?
You know what you say. You say the other time. No, he should come to Philadelphia.
No, I don't say that. We good. Well, we good. We good at wideout position now. I think we straight. We don't need no more wideouts. We
Really?
straight. Yeah, I'm totally totally feel like we good at wideout. I
Y'all
don't.
still have Rager and Whiteside, don't y'all?
Mm-hmm. And we just signed one dude. One a guy, a track guy. We just signed
Devin Allen.
yeah, a trackster. Yeah, we good where we at right now. I don't feel like we need another receiver.
Key, Alvin, do y'all agree? Is Philly good where y'all at as far as the receiving room, receiving core?
Yeah, absolutely. We don't need no more. We good.
So, of course, in that saying, Pittsburgh also has brought in defensive tackle Larry Joby, as he signed a 1 year deal. They didn't give the specifics to the finances, but he did. He has played. Last he played with Cincinnati. His career, he has 21 and a half sacks for a career. Basically, he's expected to replace Jason Pruitt on the line. As we know, Jason Pruitt retired earlier in the year, so he's there to bolster their.
How many years he been in the league?
Pruitt has been in. He's been in. I think 7, 8. He's played. He's played in every team or for every team in the in the division except for Baltimore.
They just passing homie around. It's your turn.
It sound like it. It sound like they just passing him around.
Yeah, this don't sound like much of an upgrade, Trey.
Probably
It
not,
sounds
but
like we're gonna be doing a lot of runs up the middle on the steel.
he for Cincinnati he got 7 sacks last year,
Yeah, yeah, he
which
is.
is more than he had. Oh, he's been in 5 years, 6 years
So
because he had 7 sacks last year, which was
that's not
half of
bad
what.
at defensive tackle.
Yeah, which is half of what he had over the course of his first 4 years.
I don't know what got into him last year. Man.
Uh, I don't know either.
All right, then I might like it. T.J. Watt. They got Fitzpatrick back there in the DBs. Steelers defense is vicious. They just gonna be up in the AFC North beating down on each other because the Ravens defense is ridiculous. I think they got the best defensive backs in the entire league. Joe Burrow, get ready.
I thought the best defensive backs in the league were in Philly.
They are.
Bishop, you don't believe that.
I do believe. I do. Watch.
Big play Slay and who else?
Slay and what's his name? He just signed there.
Yeah, we just picked up this cat.
Bradford.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we talking about big play Slay like he's the number one cornerback in the league?
You know what? That's a good comment, Ron. You know what? I got you. I can understand that.
He might not even be in the top 5.
No, the disrespect.
That is disrespectful. That is pretty disrespectful. Best defensive line in Washington.
Best defensive line. And
That does not sound like the Los Angeles Rams.
Rams. Yeah, I would say the Rams got the best defensive line.
So
What?
And Rams got the best defensive lineman, yeah, right now. Until Philly with Davis now at the defensive tackle position, we finna be in that conversation too.
actually, I think that's going to be a situation that's going to go to the L.A. Chargers. It's in L.A., but it's probably not it's in L.A. It's in the same stadium. It's just not that same team. But I mean, we digress. We will see. Of course, that is all speculative at this point. I asked this question. Matter of fact, when you look at off season and as off season, I would ask you guys specifically to the NFL because that's where we're at right now. The off season, what would be you guys' off season regiment right now? Like, where are you at right now? Y'all just went through mini camp. Y'all went to OTAs. Y'all got a couple of months before training camp start. What's your regimen right now?
Cancun.
How did I know Rob was gonna say that?
Yeah, man. Last
Are you
vacation
are
before we
you
get
are
back
you
to go to work.
are you getting it in Cancun? Or are you chilling? What you doing in Cancun?
Yeah, why not? Working out makes your life better. No matter what you do, you should work out. But, they can be out there, bring their trainer, fly their trainer out there with them.
Oh, you flying the trainer out like Deshaun flew out with you?
Oh wow!
Sorry, low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit.
Wow, too early, too soon.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
But okay, so you flying out? You flying your trainer out?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And we get it in the mornings, and we get in even harder at night.
Okay.
Mm.
That's what you on, Bishop, or you got a different mindset of what your regimen to be?
During the off season?
Yeah, off season, just before training camp.
Oh yeah, I'm traveling. I'm going somewhere. Yeah, I'm going.
No work, just all travel.
Yeah, traveling somewhere.
But then
And
you guys got guys like
can't have all work, no play. Can't have all work, no play. You gotta get some play time.
you got guys like Aaron Donald who do the complete opposite and go up to like North Dakota and just work out.
Yeah. Oh
in
yeah,
the
you got dudes that
tundra.
don't quit. Yeah, you got those dudes that don't quit, man. They forever working out, trying to get better.
Well, for him in his case, it's
Stand on.
paying off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stand
he
on his
became
game.
the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You got those people, but for me, yeah, I'm going to somebody's island.
That's not you're not gonna be one of those people.
Nope. I'm going to somebody's island. I'm going to somebody's island. I'm going to hang out.
I'm 1,000% with you, Bishop.
Going to Vegas or something. I'm doing something, bro. I'm staying out of trouble though. I ain't doing nothing stupid. That's what I won't be doing. I won't be going somewhere and doing something stupid. I'm going somewhere, chilling, hanging out, man, having a good little time, getting ready for the season.
Now I can't make that promise.
Ron season. See, Ron is that dude. He gonna go get in some trouble. Gotta
Gotta be up here. Gotta get interviewed. Gotta appear in front of the NFL's conduct policy
he in the
board.
tabloids. He all in the tabloids. He all on First Take and in Sports Center about how Ron loaded him went to wherever. He out there naked, running naked on the beach.
That part.
It's like training. They calling it training.
Yeah, calling it training.
Arrested and detained while training.
That's what you gonna call it too. That's what you gonna tell the cops. I was training. I don't care what y'all saw. I was training. I don't care what y'all saw. I was training. Make sure y'all put that in the tabloids. That's Ron. No, I'm gonna be on my best behavior. At least try to while I'm out there.
The edibles hit harder in other countries.
Hey. See?
Wow. Free Brittany Griner.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's like shit. I'm finna travel to Russia because evidently they got that fire over there. So I'm trying to see what that be like.
They got that there, bro. Yeah.
See if I can bring something back. Yeah. But
yeah,
proud of Brittany Griner. But
342.
So okay, running backs is seemingly going away, not being talked about as much. So let's give them a little love here. Who do you think? What teams or what do you think are the most fierce top 5 running back duos in the NFL?
Duos?
Yeah, 1-2 punch running backs.
Ain't but a couple in the league. Ain't no 5.
Cleveland Browns is number 1.
Philadelphia Eagles with Sanders, Miles
Sanders.
That's blasphemous. This guy.
Every single part of the Eagles is top 5 in Bishop line. Linebackers, number 2 in the league. Quarterback, top 5.
Tell me a duo outside of the what you just said, and maybe the Dallas Cowboys. Tell me who else.
Green Bay Packers.
Who's their backup?
The AJ Dillon.
He did shit. Really? AJ Dillon ain't did nothing in Green Bay. Man, go Ron. As I was saying, who else? Who? I'm listening.
The Rams.
Okay, I'll give you the Rams. And who else?
I would even say the Rams. Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor, Nyheim Hines, or Philip Lindsay.
Himes is all right.
The
I think
Minnesota Vikings with Addison and Cook.
Addison, really?
Yeah.
Stop
Of
it, bro.
course, you already said Dallas, so of course that.
I said Dallas.
Uh,
And who else? That's about it.
Derrick Henry and
And
Haskins.
no.
bro, really, are you serious right now, bro? You talk about I sound crazy. Stop it, bro. Stop it. You stop it,
Melvin Gordon and Devontae Williams.
bro.
Hell, I even give Chase Edmonds and Racine Mossert.
No,
I
Yeah, I
would
think it's
include
I
them.
think
I
I
mean,
think it's
that's the
more
identity of the 49ers.
exactly.
So where are we going with this?
the 49ers are not even in the conversation. Just as just as the Philadelphia Eagles are in that conversation.
Bro, this dude here is on. So so even by NFL, the top 5 running back duels are Jonathan Taylor and Naeem Hines, which you just talked about, the Colts. Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon with the Broncos. 3 is Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
4, Nick Chubb and Ernest Johnson, the Browns.
That should be Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, but okay.
Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, which we talked about, the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry, Deontay Foreman, the Titans.
Well, Foreman don't play there anymore, but yeah, I can see how that would have went.
Sony Michel and Darrell Henderson, the Rams. Dalvin Cook and Alexander Madison, the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. That's already the 7 in which I called. I still ain't heard the 49er nor Eagle.
Damian Harris and Ramadre Stevenson, the Patriots. 9.
Patriots. Mm-hmm.
James Conner and Chase Edmonds. I forgot
Arizona.
about
Chase Edmonds is no longer there. He's in that's not like last year. Chase Edmonds is in Miami now.
Yeah, so that's what yeah, I don't know, when was this? Let me see, when was this put out? Let me see what the date is on this. This was put out in this was put out in January. Yeah,
So that's they're moved on. But even then, it still remain. Even now, those same players, like, still, like I said, not saying anything against San Francisco or Philadelphia. I just like they just ain't got it right now. Now, I think that might change towards the end of the year, to a degree.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. This I think this is more recent. Top NFL running back tandems. Okay, so 5 is New England Patriots, Damian Harris and Ramadre Stevenson. Number 4 is Dallas Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, which I said. The Indianapolis Colts, Jonathan Taylor and Naeem Hines. Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon in Denver. And number 1 is Cleveland Browns, which is Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt at the top 5. And this was in May of this year. That's when they put that up. Those are the top 5. And I definitely agree with Cleveland Browns being one with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. without question.
Running back position just ain't what it used to be.
It's a passing league now. We all know that. It's no longer a running league like it used to be. It's a passing league.
But yesterday,
with hybrid running backs.
Yesterday we had a discussion, of course. That discussion, Bishop, we was both here for it. Was we discussed or talked about if Chase Claypool was top 3 in the NFL, which of course, we came to it that he wasn't, but we did in our situation, we did find that he wasn't too far off from a situation from a conference standpoint. So in the comments yesterday, we got a question. We'll get to it in a second, Ron. You understand what we're saying. But in the comments, then we had a question to ask where do we feel that Michael Thomas is. So in the same aspect, we'll do a little deep dive into looking at where Michael Thomas is. So in that, just like with Chase Claypool, we did a deep dive to see where is this particular receiver on their team alone.
Oh,
So first and foremost, when we look at the Saints, is it safe to say that Michael Thomas is the best player in the top 3 on his team?
Yes, Trey.
yes.
Without a doubt, right? Okay.
Best
So let's
receiver, yes, on his team.
yes, on his team. So he's the best receiver. So that's clear. Next, is he the best receiver in his division? The Falcons, the Panthers,
No, Mike
the
Evans.
Buccaneers. So where does he rank in this division?
After Mike Evans and Godwin.
So he's number 3, basically. You're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now he's still in his top 10. All right, so let's take it out the division, right? Is he a top 10 receiver in his conference?
I would say the dude on the Falcons, Ridley, is better than him too right now.
Is he better, or do you think it's a tie? You think he's better to him overall?
I'll say better for right now because we haven't seen Thomas. He's been injured.
And we haven't seen Ridley either. He's been out for the whole year. He was out
But
all last year.
That's a whole different story. Go get your man's Bishop. Go get your man's Ridley.
So when we look at it, yeah, Michael Thomas, top 10 receiver. So
team.
So is he better when you look at the Packers? Is he better than if he's better than every receiver on the Packers currently?
In the NFL, we talk about top 10 receiver?
Yeah, Michael.
No.
The only guy's better than Michael Thomas still in the NFC is our guy on the Vikings, Jefferson. The guys on the Eagles,
Cordell Patterson.
Cordell Patterson is not better than freaking Michael.
Okay. Is CeeDee Lamb better than Michael Thomas?
Yes.
No.
You are so.
Is AJ Brown better than Michael Thomas?
Trey, what has CD done in the league? Please let me know. While Bishop
he's only been in the league 2 years.
And what has he done? Why were you so appalled? CD Lamb is not better than Michael Thomas. He's been there, done that. We know who he is.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb's not better than Michael Thomas.
Yes, he is, bro.
From when we last seen Michael Thomas, no, he's not.
That's not what we're going off of.
But we have to go off that. That's what we have to go off the last time we seen him.
Thomas is 6'4", like 240.
He doesn't drop ball. He doesn't drop passes.
Neither does CeeDee Lamb. Are you freaking serious, bro?
CeeDee Lamb made the best receiver on this team.
Is AJ Brown? Ooh.
What?
He said CeeDee Lamb is even the best receiver on his team.
Who is?
Diggs. Their dang DB.
Wow.
That's something else. Is AJ Brown better than Michael Thomas?
Yes.
Devontae Smith, or what's y'all? Is it Devontae?
Yeah, both of them.
Interesting. Terry McLaurin?
Nope. Only ones left is Cooper Kupp and Hopkins. That's it. Are you gonna put Debo better than him?
No, at this point, Debo isn't better than him.
Wow, was not expecting that.
I'm a realist.
Sounds like he's top 10 in the NFC, but
D-Hop?
Yeah, D-Hop and Kupp.
DK Metcalf? Lockett?
Just DK. I would forget about DK. He need to request a trade, man. We're going to forget about you, DK.
So it's a fair assumption that Michael Thomas is top 10 in the that's just the NFC. So he's top 10 in the NFC, right?
Yep.
Man, y'all are crazy, man. Michael Thomas didn't even have a fucking catch, a touchdown in 2020. He did not have not one touchdown in 2020. He had played.
Michael Thomas?
He was injured.
He played 7 games. He played 7 games.
You must have drafted him in fantasy, huh?
He played 7 games and not had one touchdown. In 7 games.
But what was his other stats? Like he didn't have it.
He played 7 games. He was targeted 55 times. He had 40 receptions. He had a 72% catch rate. He only had 438 yards. He had 11 yards per reception. 0 touchdowns.
He played injured the whole year.
7 games and you don't have 1 touchdown? 7. Explain that. Y'all talking all this shit about Michael. Explain 7 games and you don't have not 1 fucking touchdown? 1.
The vulgarity of the conversation.
Y'all sit here and talk about
goodness.
2 years ago, he had 7 games and you don't have 1 touchdown? 1.
He must have lost some money on Michael Thomas.
No, I ain't lose no money on Michael Thomas. I'm telling you, talking about CeeDee Lamb being like, he ain't that dude. That dude, man, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Michael Thomas had CeeDee Lamb killed him in all stats in 2021 to his 2020 season.
Okay.
Only thing he didn't
But
kill.
CeeDee Lamb wasn't injured. Michael Thomas was injured the whole year. That's why he didn't
played 7 games. You keep saying he was injured. He still played 7.
He was playing with an injury till he decided to finally shut it down, and he hasn't played since.
So how can he be in the top 10 then? My whole point. How can he be top? How can he make the top?
Do you know prior to the 2019 season is what got him paid? And then he started having his problems in the 2020 season.
Only read the last years.
How can he be in the top 10 if you're going off of 2019 stats and we're in 2022?
He hasn't played since 2000. He was injured in 2020. It's the same conversation that we talking with Deshaun Watson. Like you can't take away, you can't remove the fact of greatness at the end of the day. If we hadn't seen Tom Brady play in 2 years and he come back a year later, he's still going to be a top 10 quarterback for the most part because based on what you've seen compared to what you see with everybody else.
You are not sitting here comparing Deshaun Watson to Tom Brady. You're really not doing that. You're really not doing it. When Tom Brady has 6 NFL Super Bowl rings to Deshaun Watson 0. You're not really sitting here and comparing that. I know you're not doing that. Deshaun Watson is not a top 10 quarterback, and if he is, he's at the very bottom of the top 10 quarterback at probably 10.
Really?
Yes, because
he can't be serious.
He hasn't played.
You put Jimmy Garoppolo, Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff above Deshaun Watson.
No, I'm putting Tom Brady. I'm putting Aaron Rodgers. I'm putting Patrick Mahomes. I'm putting Joe Burrow. I'm putting Justin Herbert.
Joe Burrow just had 1 good season in 3.
He went to the Super Bowl, bro.
But still, that was the 1 good season in 3. I presume that because Arizona went to the playoffs, that makes Kyler Murray better than Deshaun Watson.
The season before, right? Joe Burrow. And then after came back and won the Super Bowl. Did he not? He had an injured season and came back off that injured season and won and made it to the Super Bowl. Did he not? Okay. Must we keep going?
But what I'm saying is he had 1 good season out of 3 seasons, and he's better than Deshaun Watson because he played the most recently?
Absolutely, because Deshaun Watson has yet to take his team to a Super Bowl.
But he's still a better player.
That part. Oh, my God. I agree with you, Bishop. Josh Burrow, keep the list going.
Oh my God, bro.
Joe Burrow,
Matthew Stafford.
Is Josh Allen better than Deshaun Watson?
Josh Allen, right?
No, we're not putting Josh Allen in this group, Bishop.
Why not?
Because your point with the Bengals quarterback, Joe Burrow, was he hasn't made it to a quarterback yet. Deshaun Watson, neither has Josh Allen. We're all taking Deshaun Watson over Josh Allen 10 out of 10 times.
Mac Jones.
No, not Mac Jones.
Stop it.
Dak Prescott.
Tua.
Hell no, not Tua. Fuck no, not Tua.
And we're not putting Matthew Stafford.
Zach Taylor.
How are we not putting Matthew Stafford? He just won a Super Bowl. How are we not? How can you not say that? Come on, bro.
Mitchell Trubisky.
No.
Lamar Jackson.
Absolutely.
Matt Ryan.
No, not Matt Ryan. Nope.
Of course not David Mills.
No.
Trevor Lawrence.
Nope.
Mahomes, you said already.
Yep.
Carr.
Carr's on the cusp.
You know who I think might be better than? I think Herbert.
Right. I said Justin Herbert.
Herbert might be. I'll give you that.
I had Justin
what's Russell
Wilson is on the cusp. And I almost want to put him over him because he has been to the Super Bowl. Twice.
Dak.
I said Dak already.
Oh wow, over Jalen, over. You put
Oh,
Dak over
Deshaun,
Wow.
yeah, I will. Yeah,
We can
right
just throw the whole list away. We
now. No,
Daniels, Daniels,
no,
Daniel.
not Dan. No,
Uh, your man
no.
in Washington now.
Kyler, Kyler. Yep.
Not Kyler.
But I'm
The
saying,
Washington.
I know you ain't talking about. I know you ain't. I know good and well, Trey. Out, boy. If I could punch you into this ring, I know you ain't talking about old bum ass. I know you ain't talking about old bum ass. What's it called? Wentz. I know you ain't talking about bum
Yeah,
ass.
Wentz.
No, hell no. He ain't better than. He ain't even better than the quarterbacks here in San Antonio. Damn what?
Sam Darnold.
Sam. Sam, I am. Sam, I am. Sam, I am.
Stop it. Of course, Tom. We're not gonna put Tom over there. Um, Winston.
No,
Mariota.
no,
Fields.
no.
Golf. Ron.
No.
Get your mans.
No, he not. No, I'm messing with you. No, not Jerry.
What's Minnesota's quarterback?
Kurt?
Yeah, Cousins.
No.
Oh, of course, we already know Aaron. We're not gonna say that.
Yeah.
Hurts.
No. We already went through 10 though.
And then of course, Garoppolo and her. So okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying, bro.
It's gonna be so eerie watching him play football.
Who?
Deshaun.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun to watch him in that orange and brown though. I think it's
the best quarterback in the NFL.
Well,
third best quarterback. So you putting Tom? He's right after Aaron.
My list goes Lamar, Holmes, Deshaun.
Oh my God! The blasphemy.
Deshaun's probably tied right there with Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. And you just gonna leave Tom right off of it, huh? Completely. You just take
Yep,
Tom.
just like Trey is left off.
He just gonna leave Tom. Oh man, it's 11:03. Man. So our time has definitely come to an end, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in to First Formation. It is Wednesday, the hump day. I'd like to thank my man Ron Lotre. Yes, he had to jump off real quick. He had some emergency stuff, I'm assuming, because he never jumps off so abruptly like that. Ron, you got any last words, man?
No. I'm with y'all as we try to get through this season of no sleep. Hopefully you're tuning in the First Formation every morning and you're getting a little sports entertainment.
Yeah. Ooh, Coach Ryan said Josh Allen was above Watson. Ooh. There it is. See?
I don't know why or how, but
there it is.
Certainly.
We definitely appreciate y'all, man. Enjoy y'all Wednesday, y'all hump day. Have a great Wednesday. Like he said, I'm like, Ron, man, yeah. It's this is the hard time of the year for us, man, especially for us football fans and basketball fans and stuff like that, man. This is the worst part of the year because we don't have anything that we really like to look forward to.
Well, Bishop, I heard a blessing and a praise. It said, "Trouble don't last always."
Facts, straight facts, Ron. Straight facts.
60 days.
Yeah, man.
60 days.
Man, college. I'm just trying to make it to college. College. That's it. I'm just trying to make once college kick off, I know I'm good because then
I guess we'll go hang out with our kids in the meantime.
That's it, man. I guess so, man. It is what it is, you know. It is summer break, so we might as well do that. But hey, man, until the next time, we will see y'all Monday through Friday, 09 to 1100 hours Central Standard Time. Before you civilian personnel, that's 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is the First Formation. Y'all have a great one. First Formation, fall out. I'll holler back at y'all. Cyro 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated in the building. We'll holler at. Y'all have a good one. Peace.